It's hard to imagine how the world will change in the future, let alone what kind of gadgets people will use 10 years from now. The truth is that tech companies are developing new ways to improve life every day. Some of these future gadgets that will change the world are already in development and may be available within the next year or two, while others are pure speculation based on current trends in technology. Either way, it's an exciting time to live in a world where we can all anticipate our future gadgets. Today, I am going to show you 10 gadgets that can change the future. Before the video begins, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Now let's begin. 10. Augmented reality. While not exactly a gadget, augmented reality is about to change our lives in more ways than we can imagine. Essentially, augmented reality involves using computer-based technologies to add layers of data and other information on top of what we see in real life. Augmented reality is also used for fun. You've probably played with AR games like Pokémon Go that superimpose monsters onto your smartphone camera view so you can catch them. 9. Virtual reality. It may have been a long time coming, but VR is finally hitting its stride. Thanks to more affordable hardware and more powerful software, virtual reality is turning into a bona fide platform. With Facebook's acquisition of Oculus Rift still fresh in our minds, it looks like other companies are following suit. According to research by the International Data Corporation, IDC Research, VR and AR market will reach 15.5 billion euros by 2022. AR and VR spending would reach 18.8 billion in 2020, an increase of 78.5% over the $10.5 billion, achieving a 5-year annual growth rate, CAGR, of 77.0% to 2023. 8. Artificial intelligence. Today, AI is inescapable. From Siri to Alexa, AI has become second nature in our lives. But it won't always be like that. We will see a huge leap forward soon enough, and these future gadgets will be as common as smartphones are today. IFM is just one of countless AI innovators in a field that keeps growing. For example, of the 9,130 patents received by IBM inventors in 2021, 2,300 were AI-related. Tesla founder and tech titan Elon Musk donated $10 million to fund ongoing research at the nonprofit research company OpenAI, a mere drop in the proverbial bucket if his $1 billion co-pledge in 2015 is any indication. After several decades marked by sporadic dormancy during an evolutionary period that began with knowledge engineering, technology progressed to model and algorithm-based machine learning and increasingly focused on perception, reasoning, and generalization. Now AI has retaken center stage like never before, and it won't cede the spotlight anytime soon. There's virtually no major industry modern AI, more specifically narrow AI, which performs objective functions using data-trained models and often falls into the category of deep learning or machine learning, hasn't already affected. That's especially true in the past few years, as data collection and analysis has ramped up considerably thanks to robust Internet of Things connectivity, the proliferation of connected devices, and ever-speedier computer processing. 7. Internet of Things. The Internet of Things refers to objects, devices, and sensors that are connected through an embedded computer network. They can communicate with other Internet-enabled devices using Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or Zigbee. The IoT has a lot of potentials to change the world, bringing smart homes into reality and paving new ways to create personalized content and services for all our needs. 6. Biotechnology and bionics. Biotechnology and bionics will soon combine to create prosthetic limbs that can feel. Sensors attached to these artificial body parts will allow amputees to actually feel what they touch, from a smooth surface on a wall in front of them to a child's hand in theirs. These sensors are so advanced that they allow amputees not only to sense pressure and heat, but also light, cold, and softness. In addition, artificial eyes will soon be equipped with video cameras that directly connect with your brain. 5. Vertical farming. Vertical farming is an idea that's been around for decades. Today, it's being applied to commercial farming in many parts of the world, including Asia, and there are plans to bring vertical farms online in North America within a few years. With vertical farming, we may be able to produce all of our vegetables and grains without using traditional outdoor farming methods. Instead, these crops will be grown indoors on farms that use electricity and other energy sources rather than sunlight for their power. Vertical farming is considered a highly efficient and sustainable way of producing food. For instance, Nordic Harvest says it uses 250 times less water than a traditional farm would need. Automation is the key to this efficiency. Software, robotics, and data science are some of the technologies used in vertical farms to monitor crops and create optimum growing conditions. This includes controlling temperature, humidity, CO2, and light. Controlled environment agriculture like this helps to reduce the vertical farm's environmental impact, eliminating the need for pesticides, for example. Vertical farms also aren't reliant on the weather, so fresh produce can be grown all year round. Instead of growing fruit and vegetables on big farms and then transporting it over long distances in trucks and planes, vertical farming can supply local produce from neighborhood buildings. This means less fuel is used and the food is fresher. Vertical farms also tend to produce more than conventional farms. Nordic Harvest says plants can be harvested 15 times a year. A conventional field harvesting is twice a year. By precisely controlling the growing environment, products can last for 13 to 14 days, against 3 to 4 days for the equivalent products from conventional agriculture, according to The Choice. 4. Advances in medicine. New and emerging technologies in medicine will be shaping our future for decades to come. Future gadgets in a range of medical fields include 3D printed organs, artificial limbs that interface with nerve endings, smart pills that track medication intake, robotic surgeons, and more. While these advances are promising, they may not change healthcare as much as you think. They're just better versions of what we already have, like pacemakers. It's important to remember that even if a new technology is promising now, it may not make an impact on your life until 20 or 30 years down the road. But with any luck, by then we'll have some cool new gadgets to look forward to. 3. Self-driving cars. Every day, on average, more than 30 people are killed and hundreds are injured in traffic accidents. But someday, thanks to advances in technology, we won't have to worry about those figures getting worse. Self-driving cars are coming, and they'll change the world. This smart technology will not only help to decrease emissions, because these cars are likely to be electric, but it will reduce idle time because traffic jams are likely to decrease too. It will also allow us to think differently about how we commute. Typically, the average household tends to have 2 vehicles, with each car only used approximately 5% of the time and is parked the other 95%. An unmanned car can be utilized much more. In addition, a driverless car isn't needed at a fixed location during working hours. It can drive you to your work and take family members to another location. If you opt into a car share scheme with others traveling on the same route as you, the cost of commuting could also be slashed significantly. With a natural reduction in cars per household that this could incur, our green space could increase and allow for more facilities such as hospitals, schools, and homes to be built. Parking systems could change too. There may be no need for passenger lifts and lighting for humans or even parking spaces as we know them. 2. Drones. Another one of those futuristic gadgets that we love to talk about is drones. People have been using them for years in a number of different capacities. But if you haven't had your chance to see one or use one, now is your chance. They're making their way into almost every market out there, and they don't look like they're going anywhere anytime soon. Drones are quickly becoming an integral part of society. In fact, in the past few years, they've helped people fight fires, locate missing people, and even assist with environmental conservation efforts. With a wide range of innovations and new features on the horizon, it's safe to say that drones will be put to use in many new ways. This is the one I am most excited about. The dream of operating an aerial vehicle totally autonomously is already here, although it may be a few years before you will be able to fly off in your own taxi passenger drone. Passenger drones will play a huge role in the emerging urban air mobility (UAM) industry. that will revolutionize the way we move around in urban areas. This is projected to be a billion-dollar industry, and already there are some big aerospace companies such as Boeing and Airbus that have plans to release their own fully autonomous passenger drones. 1. Space tourism. We can fly to virtually any country in the world without any trouble, but what if we could all one day see the Earth from space? Companies such as Virgin Galactic, SpaceX, and even Amazon's Blue Origin want to make it a reality one day and give us a very expensive seat aboard a spaceship to take us into orbit. Passengers on Amazon's New Shepard space shuttle will be taken 100 kilometers above sea level before parachuting back to Earth. When it comes to the future of space tourism, the sky's the limit, literally. We are at the very beginning of space travel, Pointer says. We simply cannot imagine now the ways people will use spaceflight to improve life right here on Earth, close to home at first and increasingly farther out into our solar system. Experts predict that travelers might want to stay and live in space, and many companies have launched plans to build properties and accommodations for space tourists to spend the night. Some of these space hotels will even have offices and research spaces for rent, opening up the possibility of working from space as well. What's more, space tourism programs can also encourage further innovation and exploration of our solar system and beyond. Taking more people into space creates opportunities to invent new space technology, conduct groundbreaking research, and establish new frontiers and galaxies beyond our own. And that's just the start. In fact, scientists have already made these 12 amazing space discoveries in the last decade. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable post alerts to view more of our future videos. After saying that, keep watching our videos, and I'll speak with you in the next one.